So today I'll present you Lim Gallery, which is our new solution for creating and building a digital library as a solution next to our scanners and processing solution. So it's a complete solution for building and managing your digital library. It is based on the ground of ex-YooLib technology, so it's already a proven solutions with many installations. It's enhanced with new features, such as an advanced viewer that is compatible with tablet and smartphone. More control on the visibility of the collections. I will get to this more in detail, but that's the ability to create public or private collections. Available as on-premise hosting, so the ability to install it locally on the server of the customer. And also all of the back office of the solution has been completely revamped to make it easier to use and more compliant with modern technology. So in terms of features, the main features of Lim Gallery are built around 4 modules, I would say. The first one is the ability to upload some content to the solution. Second one is the ability to manage this content. Then we have the ability to share and discover this content. And the last point is the visibility of this content, because ultimately the goal for our customer is to make this content as visible as possible. So in terms of content upload, we can support various type of images to be uploaded to Lim Gallery, all type of JPEG, TIFF, bitmap, PNG. We do support also importing document as a PDF, and when we say PDF, we'll extract from the PDF the images, all of the text layers, and the bookmarks of the PDF. All documents or images can be uploaded individually from the back office, or it can be uploaded as a batch, meaning that many documents can be loaded at once into the system. In addition to the image and documents, we can load the descriptive and structural metadata. So for descriptive metadata, the core structure into ex-YooLib is built around an extended Dublin core schema that can be easily customized by the administrator if they want to add other fields as an example. All of the metadata can be entered manually from the back office or uploaded as a batch from a CSV file. We do support also alto files for the structural metadata to describe the text layout if there is an OCR that has been provided on the tool, on the content. One of the first aspects of Lim Gallery is the ability to fit the design of the content owner, because ultimately this has to reflect the look and feel of the website of the content owner to recreate its graphical chart, get its logo, so that every user that will be visiting this website will be feeling that it's the website of the content owner. So these are a few examples. If I go to a live website, I can go to the this one. So we see that this one has the layout and the chart of the French National Institute of Art History. This one is another one in the US called Providence College. This one is another one, a theater in France that has digitized collections of posters. All of these websites are built with the same tool, similar templates, standard templates that we provide, but that have been customized in order to recreate the look and feel of the final customer. With Link Gallery, we provide standard templates, but also there is the full access to the HTML and CSS class to create more advanced integration if needed. One of the first very important point about a digital library, it's the search engine that is behind. So for Lim Gallery, we are embedding a very powerful search engine that enables faceted search so that users can very quickly, sorry about that, I'm switching off my phone. So users can very quickly find what they are looking for and narrow their search into a smaller collections. So I'll show an example of how this is working. If I take as an example these collections, so we see that here roughly in this collection we have about 14,000 objects, 14,000 documents. What I want to do maybe is to do a first search. Okay, I'm looking for Paris. So I will search for everything that is talking about Paris in these collections. But what I'm mostly interested is Paris, and I would like to look for some photography, photos of Paris of one particular author. So by doing a few clicks, I've already narrowed my search to only 336 results. And when I start to see a result that I am interested, I can always click on this result, click on the image to see the content in detail. This is for the faceted search. We have many different tools. When it's a date format, we can use also some time range to narrow our search. We can have also, let me see if I have it here. It can be seen as a Dropbox also. I can remove all of the filters. So it makes it very easy to access the content and narrow the search. All of those facets are created automatically according to what the content owner is providing in terms of metadata. And as soon as a new content is added to the solution, the facets will automatically adapt and be recreated according to these new documents. In terms of language, we support more than 20 languages with Lim Gallery. By supported language, what do I mean is the ability to have some more fuzzy search capability with rules that are specific to a language. As an example, we'll do some spelling correction or search for similar sound but according to the language to get some results or some suggestions of results that are close to what we were searching for. In addition to the search in the metadata, we also provide a full text search, which means that all of the content that has been OCR'd and sent to the library with the OCR'd information will be indexed and we'll be able to search in the full content. In addition to the OCR results, which can be provided either as a text file or an auto file, when we have the auto file, which gives us the location of the word into the image, we are able to highlight the keywords that were searched directly into the library. So I'll take another example. I'll take this one. This is a demo account. I will search here for Bordeaux, which is our very famous city. So we see here that this Bordeaux is highlighted because it's in the metadata part. But here in this newspaper, in the details, I see that Bordeaux is found into the text of the document on page 2. So if I click to page 2, then automatically the document will open directly, and we are highlighting the word that has been found. So if I zoom into this one, we do see Bordeaux that is highlighted. This is made possible because we have uploaded this content with not only the image but also the auto file. So here we see the results of the auto file with all of the region that are provided. Also, in combination with the search engine, we provide different way to display the search result in what we call several dimensions. So the first dimension is the standard list view. So whenever we search, by default, we'll return the results as a list. So here, this is the detail list, where we see the documents with the first set of descriptive metadata, and so on. So that's the first way to display the results for the user. The second way is to display it as plot on a map, so that we can add the geographical dimension to this content. This requires that we have some location information provided into the system, but when we have this information, then we are able to see the same search that we did, so with the same faceted search, but we see it plotted on a map with the ability to zoom in and see this content in detail. So here we are seeing some photo of Paris, and with always the ability to get more information and to get to the document by itself. The last way of presenting the content, the last dimension, is the time dimension. So once again, I take the same example. Instead of plotting it on a map, I will display it as a timeline, and I can see for, in this case, I'm searching for Paris, the photo of Paris of a certain author. And the idea with this is to give the ability to the user to search into the content in the time dimension. All of those tools are made so that the user can rebound from one document to the other in order to add some serendipity to the user experience. It doesn't just have a list of documents, but he can see those documents in time, in places, on a map, to discover more the content. So in addition to the search capability, we are providing a rather advanced content viewer that is working for large image as well as text and documents. Once again, if I take an example, here we have a document. This is an image. So here we open the content viewer. This is a rather large image that I'm seeing. That's Nice. So it's the South French Riviera. And when I'm zooming into the image, here we see we are at 25%. I can zoom up to the maximum resolution. I'm at 100%. And now start to scroll into the content. And we see that we are streaming the image and just displaying the zone that we need. So this is providing us the ability to display a very large image even on small users, small bandwidth internet connection. I wanted to show also the ability to see bookmarks and thumbnails. So here is an example. In the viewer, you can see the thumbnails of all the image in this document. Or if I take another one, so here I will see the entire book. I can move to a particular image. I see here all of the bookmarks, if they are provided. We also provide the ability to create those bookmarks directly from the back office. And same thing when there is a text layout, we can see also get a copy of this text directly from the Alto file. So when we ingest some image into Lean Gallery, all of those images are processed internally by the solution so that they are compatible with a streaming process. So even if the images are huge, several hundred megabytes, a gigabyte coming from a AA0 scanner, we are still able at the end to provide a very smooth navigation into the website. This viewer is compatible with standard browser for PC, but also compatible with tablets and mobile phones, including the multi-touch environment. So if you are pinching, then it will zoom into the image. If you do a swipe movement, then it will go from one image to the other in order to provide the expected experience that we now have with such device. Okay, another important point is at the end the visibility of this library and this content. Because content owners, they want to invest into a solution, but at the end they want visitors, they want traffic, they want people that are searching on Google's and find them and get to their website. So we have several tools for achieving this. First of all, we provide by standard what we call an OAI repository. So OAI is a technology for building a repository of metadata that can be harvested by some aggregators. So very common and well-known aggregators are the DPLA, Digital Public Library of America, Europeana, Gallica in France, and there are many other aggregators in each country that are collecting metadata and doing some link to the partner website. So I can show you an example. Here we had the collection of the National Institute of Art History. So as we said, they have roughly 14,000 documents, which is about 500,000 images. And if I go to Gallica, I have done an advanced search to only see in Gallica the documents that are coming from INHA. So every week or so, they are harvesting the metadata repository in order to collect all of the documents that are available and providing a link to those documents. So this is why we have a little delta into the number. So here it's 765, whereas here we have 797 because they are harvesting roughly every week. So now whenever I search for something into Gallica, I can find some content that belongs to INHA, and when I click on this content, then it gets me back to the original content where I can see the document in detail. So this is for OAI. We do also provide the ability to harvest using an OAI connector some partner library. Also, a very important point about visibility is the search engine optimization. All of our websites based on LIM Gallery are featured with some advanced technology to increase the natural indexing in search engine such as Google or whatever other search engine. All of the URL for each record are including the title and author, so that search engine can use this also to index the content. In all the HTML page, we embed the Dublin Core content. So the Dublin Core content like this, to me, looks like Chinese or whatever. It's not readable, but for a search engine, it's something that is very readable because it's structured data. We also have an automatic sitemap that is generated that can be fed to the search engine, and all of the images that are inserted into LIM Gallery are tagged with the metadata, so that not only the content is indexed in the search engine, but also the image. If I do an example, I'm searching for the buste of Sacchini in Google, and here I see that the first result is coming from INHA. So this is the content that we are getting. And it comes even before Gallica, which is a much larger library. But here it comes first. And we see also, if I'm moving to the image, that here the image is coming into the search results. In addition to all of those tools that are in the front office, we provide a complete back office to manage the library and the collections. So many tools to create all of the collections, the hierarchy between collections, the tools to edit and enrich the metadata. Also, all of the tools for importing the content, either as individual or as a batch import. And also all of the tools to manage the what we call the editorial content of the library, such as the homepage, the description of the collections, virtual exhibitions, and so on. This is a brand new feature in LIM Gallery, is the ability to define the visibility status for all collections. So a collection can be set as public, which means that all of the content is fully searchable and fully visible. A collection can be set as searchable, which means that I can search for a particular subject in my search engine, and the content of those collections will be displayed as a result. But if I want to see in detail this document, then I need to be a registered user. But this is a way also to give some teasing and to motivate some people to get some subscriptions or subscribe to the library and so on. The last status is the ability to create private collections. By private collection, we mean that even if I search for something, this subject, all of the documents of the private collection won't appear anywhere unless I am a registered user and I have signed on into the solution. So we have a direct interconnection between LIM and LIM Gallery, which means that content owners can very easily capture content with any of our scanners or some scanners of competitors, but we do prefer i2S scanner, of course. This content can be processed, doing all of the image processing, metadata enrichment, structuring, OCR, and so on with LIM, and then be provided directly to LIM Gallery, and just the time for those documents to be uploaded, processed by LIM Gallery, and a few minutes later it's up and available online in the library. So LIM Gallery comes with two different hosting solutions. The first one is what we call on-premise. So on-premise means that the customer provides all of the infrastructure, the web servers, the network, the bandwidth, and so on. And we install it locally on their server. We perform the configuration and so on. And then they have the full capability to manage the solution directly from their server. The second option is what we call a hosted license, which means that the customer buys the license for the product and we provide them a hosting solution. So i2S will probably provide hosting solutions in France and in the US, but you can also build a service with LIM Gallery locally on your country, do a partnership with some data center company to provide the complete service to your customer with the digital library. They buy the license and you provide the hosting solution locally in the country. And then for this model, typically the customer will pay annually some fees for the hosting that is typically based on the volume of data they need to store and the traffic that is generated behind. So now I'll go to the pricing model. The pricing model is based first on what we call the base license. So there are several prices according to the volume of digital objects. We'll go to this notion of digital objects later. There will be in the future some optional modules with a specific cost that are optional add-on to the solution. There is a setup and installation fee. So this is typically a service that i2S can provide remotely. And in the future, as you are becoming more and more knowledgeable with the solution, this could be also a service that you can provide locally to your customer. We have then training and hotline services. So once again, this is either an i2S service or a service from approved partners for LIM Gallery. Data ingestion services, so this means taking the content from the content owner, images and metadata, and uploading it to the library. Once again, this can be done by i2S or from an approved partner. Then we have some customization service, either special design or some special integration, creating connectors with catalogs and so on. And the last point into the pricing model is the annual maintenance on the license of the software. So, as I said, the pricing model for the license is based on what we call digital objects. So, a digital object is typically a record. And by record, we mean one postcard is one digital object. One book with 300 pages is also a single digital object. So, thank you for attending to this webinar.